Yo,
What is going on, Mangler?
nothing.
So I apologize for us being a little late. I
Yeah.
had to wake up Mangler from a sleep.
Yep. I'm
Thankfully,
taking a nap.
thankfully his phone rings or vibrates or does something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But I respect the fact that you were napping because you want to have energy for today's maximum. It's the maximum of all track rats I think we're ever going to have. We
There's a lot
got
to talk about.
we got controversy in Europe. It's
Yep.
almost as bad as Germany invading Western Europe. It feels like that. And then on the other end, we go across the pond, we head down to Florida, and what happened?
I
There
had
was
grip.
grip.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, on the anniversary of the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, which spawned World War One, which
Mhm.
is today. Yeah.
Why
Uh,
does anyone know that? Do you
huh?
have a calendar of this shit? Like,
No.
do you get an email every day that says some bullshit?
Didn't you have a fucking history class?
Bro, I got so much real shit up here. I can't remember dates about some dead dudes. Fuck that shit.
Well, that's
That-
yeah.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
important. I mean, what do you want to say?
I bet it's super important. Mega extra super duper important.
I mean, yeah, it's
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, we're losing watchers just by you talking about history.
Okay.
So where do we want to go? Do we want to go stateside first, or do we want to go over to the Eurotrash and
Well,
talk about what happened?
well, let's start with your adventures in
Oh.
Oregon.
Okay. All right.
So,
Oh, I don't have my plaque here. God damn it.
well, that's
Anyway.
okay. Hold on. Because I have I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
So, you posted this on your Books of Face.
Yep.
See it?
Yeah, I got second in a B name.
Is this what your life has fucking come to now? Your racing career, you're posting fucking second places in B mains?
Bro.
I mean,
That's
come on, bro. Really?
That's a right
Seriously?
now. Hold
This is
on.
where you're at? Is this the highlight? You're going for second place in B mains?
This was a big thing for me, bro. The last few runs I had, I was not an epic failure. So that's for me that's pretty big.
So this is Facebook newsworthy.
Hey, I didn't
That
post
all I
about
had didn't suck, and I mean, come on. I mean, these are not monumental highlights of your RC racing career.
That's all right.
You got second place in a B main.
It's all right, man.
And
Maybe I'll get second place in an A main next time. We'll see.
Just saying. Like,
All right.
I'm like, oh, we're posting about this now. This is what we're doing, huh?
Hey,
This is what we've come to.
It's what I had from the weekend. How was your results?
Far worse. You don't see any fucking mention of it. I could have won by a lap, and you probably still would have saw a mention of it. But that's a whole other story.
Well, I think if you won by a lap, there would definitely be about 15 Facebook posts.
No, not for me.
No, everyone else would have been like Mangler's cheating.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It actually reminds me of a news story I heard coming out of Steel City this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Where dudes were calling out other dudes for just straight up cheating in spec classes because their shit was so fast.
Wow. Was anybody caught?
I don't think they know what tech is out in California, so I don't think anyone was caught.
Oh.
But anyway, it's all right.
So how was so besides your moral victory in second place B main of 17.5, 40 over?
It wasn't 40 over. Suck a dick.
Whatever class you're in.
Yeah.
Give me a trophy class. How was the racing out in Oregon? Anything exciting? So Losi won some classes.
Yeah, Losi fucked up some people that weekend, and
is it because their car turns and no one else's does?
No, I honestly, I think I think probably as a team they were maybe working together, or maybe they just showed up with better stuff. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Like we actually have a guy right here. This guy Jeff Stack, he's a winner. This guy's a winner,
Okay.
bro.
He's a
And
winner.
he's a 4-wheel drive 13.5 wheeler winner.
So if I go to his Facebooks and I
Hell
fucking see
yeah.
him, I will see fucking trophies of A main victories.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of the way it is. Congratulations, Jeff.
Yeah. So and
Unlike
and
this
he's
fucking
from
guy. He's just
he-
celebrating anything.
and I don't really know Jeff. I only met Jeff and his buddy Scott who flew out with him. This is a 2-man race team right here. This is almost as professional as this gets. All right.
So like he drives and the dude wrenches.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a professional pit
Yeah.
person.
He's got a pit bitch. You could say it. You want to.
Yeah, can't say it. I don't know.
What are you trying to say? You can't use the B word?
It's a pit person thing.
You got
respect.
Well,
respect,
hold on.
respect
Hold on.
for Jeff's pit person.
Whoa. Did you get like canceled or something? What happened, Mangler? Are you
No.
okay? Are you just waking up from a slumber and you can't handle it?
No, we're good. We're just fucking. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck I was talking about now.
I don't know either. But what I can say is,
Jeff has a pit person, and
Yes.
so is it like his buddy? Is it like his brother?
I think I think it's just his buddy. They don't look anything alike.
Okay.
They're two dudes.
Just-
They're roughly the same age. They're probably like 10 years different.
All right.
And yeah, I don't have all the ins and outs. These guys happen to know Phil Trotta.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, they have pictures of Phil Trotta in bathtubs,
pictures.
pictures of Phil Trotta like dipping his balls in things and farting.
If you don't have a picture of that in your phone, then you really are not anybody in the RC industry.
Yeah. Like if you haven't gotten a picture of Phil Trotta, with a big poop in a toilet, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a 25-year difference. All right. Anyway, I was trying to help some people out here, Jeff. All right. Come on now. All right. When it's a 25-year difference, it sounds like you guys are life mates. All right. Just so we're on the same page. But
so Jeff's got a polar bear who likes to work on his RC car for him.
Oh God! Wow, aggressive. Anyway, so I digress. But yeah, it was interesting, and honestly, this poor guy, he somehow or another qualified in, I want to say second in 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
I can look on the results, but the poor guy didn't finish race 3 or race 4. Because his fucking pinion fell off, and it wasn't.
Was it an associated opinion?
Well, one was because I gave him a new one.
Oh, okay.
Another one was something else.
Okay.
The last one when it fell off, it was the pinion was tight as shit. It vibrated off somehow, and so these fucking guys they epoxied it, they jerked off on it, they glued it. They did everything but I told them, just put a standoff, fucking drill through the chassis, put a standoff so the fucking thing can't come off. They didn't do that because that's the most savage thing I could think of doing.
Right. Well, yeah, of course. Who wants to go to that extreme?
Yeah. But, if it fell off again, I think the kid would have killed himself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, totally savage. But he took my advice.
How does the pinion just vibrate off like that?
I don't know. They're going to do a CSI on it. They'll rip that thing open. Maybe they'll never run that motor again, and they'll just put it on the shelf and just say, "Hey, it's a wrap. We don't have to run this one again." But yeah, dude, I was feeling for this kid, and it was crazy because he was in great runs going on. Thankfully, he already had TQ'd one of these rounds. Otherwise, he could have been like Dakota, just having to chase his tail to catch up. So yeah, but yeah, it was interesting. As much as people talk about mod racing, mod racers, I think you and I both know that to be at that high end of mod, it takes one of these superhuman sort of people where you're kind of just You know, you either spend a lot of time track ratting,
Right.
or maybe you just have that like upper echelon skill or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's a lot more attainable for most people to do well in stock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you're not great and you get a fucking B main second, suck a dick. Anyway, you know, you can still have a sense of accomplishment, you know, and you didn't wad your shit up and feel like an asshole. Because there was a lot of people wadding their shit up when they ran mod. It was fucking great.
Oh yeah.
These guys were sending their shit into the, like, it felt like a hockey wall, you know, at the end of the straightaway.
They're
Dude,
checking themselves.
yeah, it was bad. But I hardly saw many cars break. Like the biggest thing I saw was maybe like a ball stud or rear hub fall apart. That was about it.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's
but yeah, that was the Stadium Nationals.
Yeah. So
And
was it well attended?
no,
No.
there was like well, is it well attended for a Roar race? Probably. There was like 80 people there.
Okay.
And, you know, roughly, let's say 150, 160 entries. So it wasn't
each of you
bad.
got like 10,000 or what, 8,000 square feet to yourself.
Yeah. There was almost no track time. Like that was fucking, dude, I don't know. All right. Here's my laundry list of shit that didn't go well.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Honest hour for Roar Stadium Nationals.
All right. So issue number 1.
All right. I'll be right back.
Oh, wow.
But
all right.
Ahead.
He doesn't care.
No,
so,
I really don't. So
issue number 1, initially the practice order was all fucked up. And guys were like back to back. So if you were running like stock classes, you were all together. And if you were running mod classes, you were all together. Thankfully, that was fixed. Okay. I arrived on Thursday. Some people arrived on Wednesday. And, you know, realistically, making it so that you have to join the race so early just makes it overly costly. But when I arrived on Thursday, there was maybe 2 hours of open practice in the morning. And to me, the problem really is there was no other practice at Thursday before going into qualification. So we had a practice by class for 5 minutes. We had a seed for 5 minutes, and we had another seed for 5 minutes. And that was the only track time that you got once the program got going. We maybe finished at like 5:30 or 6, and then there was no other practice the rest of the day. That's fucking crazy.
Was Scotty Ernst there?
It felt like IIC and Scotty Ernst, exactly. So Mangler, he's over there, I don't know, putting pants on. I don't know what he's doing. He even knows that this is fucked up, all right? Then you move on to Friday and Saturday when qualifying was going. So there was an hour of practice in the morning, which, you know, is fine. And then they would do, because you got a resort, they would do a 2-minute run by your class. That's fine. They'd run the round, and then they would shut the track down for lunch. The track would be dead for like hour and a half for lunch. Hey, why don't we open the motherfucking track open and run practice? Yeah, because I know I just spent a bunch of money, getting there, and all these other people went from even way farther than me, and I would like to fucking run my little car on the goddamn track. Pretty please, sugar on top.
Instead of going to Panda Express.
Yeah, dude, Panda Express is right across the street. Like, I TQ'd Panda Express. I came back so quick the first day, people were like, "Whoa, you just left," So anyway, the Panda doesn't fuck around. That's all I got to say. Then like once racing got going, like mains racing, on Sunday, it was really funny. Jeff Parker was manually aligning the grid. So on the side of the track, there was, markers 1, 2, 3, all the way to 11. Very visible to see.
Right.
This guy was between 1 and 2. He'd put 3 cars.
Okay.
So you would put like a 10-car field in like 7 spots worth. It was just bizarre. Like, why does everyone have to be fucking butt to nut when they start?
Yeah.
It made no sense to me. So here's kind of like a picture of it. It's not the best picture. Fuck it. But anyway, that was fucked up. And then finally,
So it
we
sounds
had
like there's a lot of Roar things being done by Roar again.
yeah, dude. Roar is roaring it and fucking it up.
Okay.
And there was an interesting dialogue though that was going on.
Yeah.
Where you kind of had Clayton,
Oh
who
yeah,
is like the great white hope of Roar. Okay, and
like, if I was here, this shit wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, and verse people who are already there, and so there's a lot of tension, a lot of like mean-spirited looks, a lot of backhanded compliments, a lot of different things going on.
Very snipey.
And I think people are just afraid that Clayton's going to start firing them. And I hope everyone pulls out their membership card at the end of the year, and we might have to have daily podcasts about this, maybe hourly podcasts about this to get out and vote.
I just got a vote today from the Democratic Party in Florida about how to fucking vote if they have my fucking support.
Yeah.
You know.
And the reality is this election within Roar for the end of this year will not be as big as it will be for the U.S. nation, but if you care about RC, it's even bigger. All right, and that's how I view it. And so we had during racing there was one like that was ugly sort of incident that occurred, and let's see if we can pull it up because I think it's worthwhile to share it. And so what ended up happening was it was A2 of 17.5 buggy. And
so the class that you got second place in the B in.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Right. So here, enjoy this even more. So there's these kids that are racing, dude, and they're out of San Diego. And their names are, I got to pull up the sheet. I don't actually remember what their names are. But the kid who got peeled, his name is Levi.
Okay.
The fucking kid is like 11.
Oh.
And him and his brother are twins. And they're both in the fucking A-main. They're goddamn wheelsmen.
Yeah.
All right? Now,
I mean, can we call them in at 11? The balls probably haven't even dropped yet.
Yeah, dude. They don't have any fur on anything. All right? And the reality is
likes them.
All right. Anyway, yeah, Billy would love these kids. Anyway, so we're gonna set the playback speed to nice and slow, and we're gonna tee up the action, and let's start sharing a tab, and you guys can, everyone else can kind of figure out what do you think really happened. I think if we do this quick enough, we'll catch it.
Okay.
So this is a video from Live RC.
Got it.
Here you go. Watch right here. Boom!
See ya.
Yo.
Kid got peeled.
Yeah. Watch again. One more time. Boom! All right. Now, hold on. We'll go back one more time. Okay. Watch. Right there. You see this guy, this handsome looking individual in the ugly red and black shirt right at the end of the stairs?
Yeah.
That's our buddy Tim. Tim is a great announcer.
Yes, he is.
Out of the great state of Florida.
Yes, he is.
He is the voice of
Captain
Snowbird.
Redbeard.
Yeah, Captain Redbeard. And so let's see if Tim reacts during this thing. He's seen a lot. Let's see if he reacts. I don't see a single reaction out of him, but what I can tell you is he's staring at exactly what happened.
Okay.
And so, unfortunately what that was, so the kid's name is Levi Raymond. You can see it on the screen here.
Who got peeled?
Okay. And
who peeled an 11-year-old kid?
His name is Doug.
Doug
Laverie. Well, I'm not going to say fucking Doug, but the reality was Doug was the TQ holder.
Okay.
In A1, Doug
All right.
didn't win.
Ooh.
And A2, Doug was in the process of not winning.
Right.
All right, because realistically,
Levi was in front.
Yeah, Levi, who's car 6, he was in front.
Yep.
And the reality is, he peeled that kid. And, he had to do something. It was the last lap, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I would fuck up a kill in the last lap so maybe it's not so.
But I would send him in the sweeper. That's what I would do, Or think about it this way. If you could get close enough, I would hit him from the back. I'd try to bump him out of the corner
Oh,
so you don't flip him over.
Little bump draft.
Yeah. If you hit him in the ass.
What the fuck, man?
So, I don't know. Anyway, so,
what brands were these?
Oh, this was what I refer as AE on AE crime. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Normally X-ray on X-ray, but we're reserving this one for AE on AE.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's normally X-ray, but yeah. So anyway, and kind of the challenge was, if you were Dave Duncan was the announcer, another great Floridian. All right, and these guys could be with we could put those two, and we could put yourself and Crowder and Vera. And I don't know, we could come up with a few other people, and we could make the Men of RC from Florida calendar. I'm going to make that for 2023, the Men of RC in Florida. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to hand that thing out at Snowbirds. It's going to be amazing. We'll put Boylan in it. We'll dig up something of Scarecrow. We'll put him in it. And this is the Men of RC calendar, bro. It's going to be amazing.
Braden.
Yeah, come on, get me a good...
the old man winner.
Yeah. So anyway, we had most of Florida in the place. All right, trying to keep everything on lockdown, and
I think that's your problem. I mean,
well,
when it comes to...
anyway, but Dave's on the mic, and he doesn't know what to do. He's just he's filling air, as hoping that somebody says, "Hey, this is a penalty. Hey, this is something." And, the other Roar guy just didn't do it. He didn't say anything. He probably was he wasn't in the shitter during the race, but, he could have been. And
so whose call was it there to make? Was it
the race directors? Normally, everything usually defers to the race director, as opposed to, I think the announcer could call it. That's Mr. Parker, Jeff Parker.
Okay.
Anyway, so normally I think they default to the race director. And and what did you just say, Mangler?
Was he on his phone?
Maybe. All right, because I think that's the view most of us have of him when he's
on his phone
working.
More than an 11-year-old boy.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
how about this?
They're fucking.
How about this? He's more on his phone than a 9-year-old holding his cack.
All right.
I don't know. Anyway, but so unfortunately, these guys are kind of bickering with one another, trying to figure out what to do, what not to do.
They're bickering with an 11-year-old?
No. The Roar guys are basically bickering with one another, and you have people around the arena basically going, "Boo! He got hacked.
Yeah.
Let the kid win." Shit like that. All right. I might have said most of those things, but I definitely said one, maybe 3 things. All right. And we could play the audio, and you might be like, "Oh yeah, that's FJ." And
we can hear your cackle anywhere.
I didn't laugh. There's nothing to laugh about there.
Yeah, but you can still hear you.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so I think the challenge here out of this event, and I hope the learning that can happen, is that, hey, you know what? We need eyeballs on the fucking track. And then number 2, if they have to make a call, hey, maybe you guys, why don't you go into the bathroom and make the call, or go somewhere else and make the call? Just stop and make the call. Right. And then if you don't like the call, well, actually, hold on. You have to know the call was made. So that's the 3rd issue. All right, because they put they assessed Doug a 10-second penalty, and that
Okay.
made his finishing spot be behind the kid he peeled.
Of course.
And which I don't think is a bad idea. All right. But the reality is it's just like they were just basically shooting from the hip. All right. And it looked sloppy. And then
because there's no rule to say if you've taken out.
there isn't this type of rule per se.
Okay. All
There's rules, but just not maybe for this corner case. All
Got
right.
it.
And then the other kind of issue is, hey, remember back in the day they used to print things out and then they'd write the time on it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't do that anymore. So
paperless.
if you want, it's paperless, and you can make a change, and then things upload, and you don't know anything fucking changed. All right.
Right.
So, that set of the rules has to change also.
Okay.
And there needs to be more transparency. And then finally, you can create a penalty. I'm sorry, not a penalty. You can disagree with whatever and do a protest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But you have to print something out. Who the fuck's going to print something out? And then you have to give them money and you have to fill it out within a certain amount of time.
Right.
Well, I can tell you Doug felt like he was getting fucked and no one was there to help him except for the man of the people, Clayton Young. He stepped up, tried to help the kid.
Clayton Young was all on Doug's side?
No, he's not on Doug's side. He's on Doug's side. He's on the side of the racer who feels like an injustice was done.
Got it.
Right? And it doesn't matter if he thinks Doug peeled him or not.
Right.
It's just that basically Doug's being told.
Yeah.
And, no one fucking wants to hear that.
No.
Doug,
when you're there, heat in the moment.
Yeah, Doug's too mild-mannered. Like, if Doug had some creatine rage, bro, dudes would have been getting knocked out. All right?
You don't rage from creatine.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, it's roid rage, but no one likes to say they're on roids. So
I had enough creatine in my life. You don't fucking rage from creatine.
Well, now we know. Knowing's half the battle.
It's not. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, there was that.
Mountain Dew.
And then, so the other thing is, hey, you know what? We have video now. Maybe you could use video to review. Yeah. I still think you saw the video. You called that appeal. I call it appeal. I saw it in real life. I'm like, oh, that kid got peeled.
Right.
Tim is staring at it. He saw it.
He called appeal.
Yeah.
If you do look at it, I will say that Levi might have been.
He might have blew the corner a little bit.
By like a quarter of a car.
But
he was serious. Doug went full Brazilian on Gran Turismo 7.
Oh wow!
Just sent it.
So I think the thing is, pretend my head is the dot. All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use glassware because that's all I got. So I got to finish this.
By the way, speaking of your head, nice cleanup, kid.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Yeah. Looking good. Is this how we're rolling? Are we settled?
I can't grow it back.
Well, no, but we can. I don't know if we were just gonna say fuck it. I look too much like a penis, or are we actually gonna we're going with this?
I look like a penis? God damn!
You've always looked like a penis.
Well, at least I don't look homeless right now. All right, because I was probably at this homeless vibe.
Yeah, I think people are going to hand you money on the street at some point there.
That's fine. I'm good. Must buy RC car parts. Give me money.
All right. So your head. Okay, back to your head's the dot.
Yeah. So my head's the dot. And so the cars are coming.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds terrible. All right, the cars are coming.
Especially with an 11-year-old involved.
Yeah. All right, so they're coming through the sweeper, and now you have Chase. Or I'm sorry, not Chase. Levi here at the top of the apex.
Yep.
And then it pretty much looks like you have Doug hit him just like this.
Right.
That's what it looks like to me, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Now and
to be honest, in all fairness to Doug, I mean, we've all been there. We've all been in that situation.
I've peeled some bitches in my life.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's one of those things that it could have happened so quick that Doug couldn't even like stop to
Yeah.
avoid him, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't, we really don't know how Doug was in the moment, if he was on full sin mode or he just like, oh fuck, I can't stop.
Maybe the kid just showed up to the corner and he tried to reverse peel Doug. He might be at that next level.
Right, 11, doing reverse
Yeah.
peels.
It could happen.
Yeah,
Like he didn't have a move named after him. Well, not really. Named after the guy I peeled, called an Australian left turn, or it might have been an Australian right turn, where basically you're going. Let's say you're going around a right-hander,
yeah,
and then you basically you steer to the left first to fucking body check the fuck out of somebody, and then you make the turn. Like I've done that. I'm proud of it. All right, shit
Yeah.
happens.
right.
But I've done that in a C main that no one gives a fuck about. That's the
Right.
difference.
Yeah.
There was no dirty calls, stop and go. No one's even watching that fucking race except for your buddies because they're laughing at you because you're in the goddamn C main. That's the only one who's watching that race.
Yeah, just
So.
like the B, if we were watching that. In your second place in 40-year-old virgin stock
Anyway.
class.
All right. I got so excited, bro. There's fucking water everywhere. All right. The cup I thought was empty. It isn't. All right. Fucking shit's everywhere. Anyway. So that was
did
to
Levi
me
end up winning?
No, Levi had no chance of winning. Especially after the peel. He might have gotten like a 6th for the round.
Oh, so then the next place guy who was in 3rd ends up getting the win.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and that was
Sammy Moran. Sammy, he's out of Apple Valley, California.
Ooh,
Don't ask if
fancy.
I really know where that is.
Sounds
but it's somewhere near it's somewhere SoCal-ish. Let's put it that way.
Like everything, it's near LA.
Yeah, and it's either near.
If you ask him, oh, it's near LA.
Yeah, I don't think it's really near LA, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. But
I think LA has like a 4-mile radius, a 4-hour radius. So anything that's within 4 hours of LA.
Yeah. Okay. So it's near LA. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so the reality is, super cool kid, races really well. He put clean passes on people.
Yep.
And the reality is he mopped up, from a bunch of people's failures.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. I mean,
and Sammy happened to be the guy who then took the overall win.
Okay.
In that class.
All right.
He had to win A3 though, or do well in A3. Him and Jeff, the guy we were talking about, who's got the guy who helps him.
Yeah.
They were both locked in for who could have won that race. They both had a second and a first. It was about whatever happened in A3.
All right.
So.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. It sounded like there was some a little bit of everything there for the first Stadium Nationals.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jeff to actually tune in, so we got a new listener out of it.
So that's pretty good, right?
Hey,
I made an impression, bro.
Yeah. You make an impression everywhere you go.
Doug's gonna throw punch me if he ever sees me again. Things like that. Whatever, it's fine. But
where's Doug from?
I'm gonna guess California somewhere. I don't know where.
Around LA.
Yeah, let's say LA. LA. I don't know. Anyway, but there's definitely like people, people like just rose to the top, and like some of these guys didn't qualify, like they qualified top 4, but like there's definitely either people were more comfortable with their cars or they just have a better racecraft. And, frankly, like that kid Sammy and Jeff, they both diced people up. That's really what it comes down to. And there's other people that just, blew the fuck out. And the sadder part was when some people would blow out or they would miss a jump and they, like go jump into the infield inside of the track, they would come back into traffic and often they would peel their own teammate. And the reality is they're just trying to win. They're a squirrel trying to get that nut.
Have some of these dudes like never watched an F1 race and know the thing of you don't take out your fucking teammate?
Bro.
And not to say this never happened in the history of F1 because it fucking does happen, but still there's the whole There's a respect you give to anyone that's on the same team as you.
Well, you would hope.
You
But,
would hope. Yeah.
I think some of the challenges, like the AE team is so fucking big. In my opinion, it's not really a team. There's just so many of them. It's like an AE family or some shit like that. And family beat each other down. We know that. All right? And like, but you see that with big teams where like everyone sitting there has the same shirt on. You've seen this before in on road. There's a lot of guys with fucking waves of the same shirt. Maybe the shirt's blue and it has other blue graphics on it. And then eventually they disappear. Because, I'm calling it now. I think AE, give it 3 years. It will be shadows of what it is today, unless they can change how their stock racers really work together. Because I think people will just get pissed off and go run something else.
AE's been around forever, dude. They ain't going nowhere.
Hey, I'm calling it now.
They got that China money, man. They ain't
set
going
your
nowhere.
watches, June 28th, 2025. It's going to be different, bro.
Done.
Yeah. It's gonna, no, I didn't say done.
Oh.
I just said different. Because today, they're the fucking big fish.
Okay.
And I think it's going to change.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, okay. So, who won mod off-road stadium?
Yeah. So
classes that matter.
Yeah. Well, wow. The mod classes, they should have been owned by Dakota Fend.
Mm-hmm.
Fend won 2-wheel drive.
Okay.
He TQ'd N1, but it took him to win A1 and A3 because he was big in the lead in A2 and wrecked.
Oh, okay.
And then in 4-wheel, Dakota lost it in qualifying. He was in the lead in A1. Or I'm sorry, not A1, Q1. He failed. In Q2, he failed again. And then he got put in the B sort, and he had to just do whatever he could to fucking get into the main.
Yeah.
And he qualified third.
Points.
Yeah, so qual points, baby.
Points. Okay.
And then so that left the door wide open for Brock Champlin out of Las Vegas.
Yep.
And he wiped his dick over these guys for 4 rounds, getting 4 TQs.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty big, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But and right there, in the mix, Cab was in the mix in 4-wheel and in 2-wheel. Okay. And
what car is he on now? Because
he's on a Losi.
He's back.
Or I'm sorry, it's a TLR. It's not Losi, it's TLR.
Okay, so TLR. All right.
Yeah, and then the other kind of like things that I thought were interesting was Ty Tessman. He had a really good 4-wheel car as compared to what he did a month ago.
Okay.
And so they've been working on that for sure.
Okay.
And then like while he didn't qualify well, Mayfield's scary, dude. On the track, he fucked people up. So he would like start 8th or 6th or some shit, and he'd be knocking on the door of the podium.
Wow.
And I think that's pretty serious because the cars are going fast. There's not many places to pass, but he's still putting passes on people.
Right.
And those are the things that I remember from the event. The things I don't remember were how the AE mod guys do. Because I don't know where they finished because they didn't finish in the top 3.
What's Mayfield run? Because he runs like Mugen for 8 scale, doesn't he?
Yeah, he runs Yokomo. He won his world championships with Yokomo.
Okay. So
I don't know if the car was really a Yokomo, but the front bulkhead said Yokomo.
Okay.
So
Mayfield.
But yeah. And the reality is at that upper echelon of like these mod guys, there's a bunch of people who hadn't been to that race before or hadn't been to that track before. Like Dustin Evans was there. He's from like, I think Denver. I might be right by that. I might be wrong. Anyway, bunch of people who hadn't been there before. And, were they going to TQ around? Probably not. But they, exerted themselves in that mod field and, pushed out a lot of the other guys who were scraping into the mod mains the rest of the season, they were just like left out. And so, there's definitely some people probably licking their wounds because these old dogs came in and just beat them down.
Got
it. That's my take on it.
All
but
right.
what do I know? I just, watch toy cars go around the track.
Yeah. I mean, you have plenty of time when you're in the B.
Or you have plenty of time to watch all the other races when, again, you're in the B.
Yeah. All right.
No.
So sounds like we're done with. I mean, we spent 40 fucking minutes on off road, so this is like a
Dude,
new record for us.
There's 29, 30 viewers right now. This is what the people care about.
I think they all care about something else.
What's that? About you having grip in Florida? Hell yeah. That's what they care about.
No one cares about that. So
No, they do. People care about it so much. I got a video sent to me. Let's go dial up. Yeah, let's dial up this video.
There's video of this shit?
Bro, there's video of this shit.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize there's video.
Yeah, dude, there's always video. Mangler, you bring all the boys to the yard, bro. All right? All right, let's download this fucking video. And let's try to
download. We got download.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, so we ended up going over to Valkyria. Kind of played the rain card. I failed on that one. There was a couple things that happened. This light does not help. Any case, so you were going to send me out your car?
And I did send you my car.
Didn't arrive, however, because
doesn't mean I didn't send it.
Nope, you sent it. I will agree. That didn't work. All right, fuck it. Oh, this. That. You can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh, it's disappointing.
I can't hear it.
Because basically it goes, "Hey Mangler, what's wrong?" And then you're sitting there in fucking like you just saw boobs for the first time, and you're like, "There's too much fucking grip."
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so you were supposed to send me my car. So I was thinking
my car. Wow.
Huh?
Send you my? You just said send me.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're gonna send me a car. How about that? And I was supposed to take it over on Saturday. It didn't show up on Friday, so Saturday was kind of on the fence, and then it was supposed to rain. Like we were supposed to get this really bad storm, and anyway, that didn't fucking happen either. And so I just didn't go over on Saturday, and so missed out on Saturday. Didn't rain at all. They had fucking a bunch of practice until they decided to turn off the track at like 4:00, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, anyway, so
hold on. Was the early bird? They had to go get the early bird?
I think the early bird was happening, and they needed to go get there, and so they shut everything down like at 4. And like, okay, I'm done. So you all are fucking done. And they went home.
The reality is you would never be racing past 4 at a real event unless it rained. So
yeah,
I don't think so. Nah. Okay. It never happened because they waste too much time at these events. There are too many fucking days and no one goes.
All right. Any case, regardless. So I didn't go up Saturday, but I went over Sunday morning, got there. Track was in good shape. Didn't rain overnight. Didn't need to prep it. Basically, could throw cars out there right away and you could start getting some laps. And I was a little loose at the beginning, made a change on the top deck, and then had grip for days. And then the rest of the day, I was just like, wow, like didn't matter what I did, just had tons of grip. And it was a lot of the racing was a lot more consistent throughout the run. So before I had segments of where I could do decent laps up front, and then my car would kind of go to junk, and then it would come back decent. It was really weird. Like it really was inconsistent, and like it would fall off numerous tenths in pace throughout the run. And so anyway, this one it kind of wants to just lock in and just kind of run the same number, not the number it needs to run, but hey, it's consistent right now and there's room to work with. So yeah, I've never had a car have that much grip there. It was crazy. It was nice. It was actually kind
Yeah.
of comfortable. I could just go out there and just drive around and like nothing
Mhm.
would happen. Wouldn't do anything shitty. It'd run within 2/10 depending on how well I drove, and that's
Mhm.
about it. Kind of what you
Yep.
want, right? Just need to get it faster.
Yeah.
So
Now imagine if you started April like that.
I'd be feeling a lot better about October.
Yeah, but that's all right. You know why? Because we're not doing stupid things. We're not making like graphite or fiberglass chassis or doing other dumb shit. This is fine. And Kemp here, he's alluding to what's happening.
Low balls,
Yeah, low balls. You left them hanging, bro. So
for
like,
sure.
tell people like what is the thing that yields the grip?
The biggest thing I did is I went back to the 2000 or 2019 setups that we were running, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to that,
Hmm.
and because it's different and it's a direction that I haven't tried yet, and it's been working out. Taking some of the things that we've already learned, but yeah, between what you've been doing out in Dogwood Land and in Seattle, and then the Freddie Sudoff ETS Championship setup,
Hmm.
and then Max Mockler's 13.5 boosted China setup. Those three things were kind of like a conglomeration. I kind of put them in the mixing pot and kind of came up with something, and took a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and here we are. So, Butch, the most disappointing thing is that I did get your car and I got it yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I don't even know why I try working on my car and like making it nice and like make sure shit isn't bound up or the same on either side, because you seem to never fucking do it and have tremendous success. So maybe I just need more of not giving a fuck and just throwing it out there, whatever random shit's on it, and just hopefully that
Correct.
the dirt will hold it together enough to
Yep.
fucking actually turn a decent lap time and look good.
Yeah,
And
this is the car you got. It came right off the track.
hmm
I removed the battery, I disconnected the bumper,
hmm
and I wrapped it in bubble wrap.
hmm
And this is on the longest day of the year
yep.
from a daylight perspective.
hmm
This pack started at 9:04 p.m. It
Plenty of daylight.
looks pretty bright out.
Yep.
And dude, earlier in the day, we had like 10 guys, and there was like boards up, or not boards, but like little lane markers and whatever else.
hmm
And we were track ratting the fuck out of this place. It was amazing, dude. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, so I don't know if you've looked at this car at all, but so the difference in droop in the rear arms is a millimeter.
Okay. It must have happened during handling and shipping.
I mean, I look like I brushed it off, and it looked like I just got done chewing fucking tires in my pit. That's how much shit was on
Mhm.
it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just gonna fucking bolt some shit on it and send it. I mean, I'm not gonna fix the fact that there's a millimeter difference of droop in the rear arms.
Yeah,
Uh, I,
it'll be fine.
amazingly enough, though, the front was good. It was
Mhm.
the rear that was. But anyway, so yeah, I'm
I
just gonna.
I did take a bit of a tumble to start the day off, and I broke a rear drive shaft.
hmm
I lost the inside bearing ball thing
hmm
off on like the far side in the sweeper.
Yeah.
And so if the part, well, I could say, yeah, if the left side looks fucked up, then that's it, because I walloped the shit out of that wall.
Yeah, the left
But
side is the one that is at
like more, right?
yeah, it's higher.
Oh, okay. Well, I I think the left side might need a little bit of work, but
Okay.
the reality is, I was just changing stuff. Like I had a mission. I was trying. I showed up that day. I set a time with one speedo and motor in the car. I ripped that shit the fuck out. I servo taped another fucking thing back in, bolted it up, ran again. somehow or another went 0.2 faster, like out the gate, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And then I was just like, "Well, that worked," and I started trying all this other shit, and all this other shit was working well. And the reality was like, uh, there was no setup tools brought out during this fucking session.
Yeah,
Like
obviously.
the setup tools were a 2 mil, a pair of pliers, and an X-Acto knife. That was the fucking set of setup tools.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you definitely did not follow the Mike G rules of perfect practice makes perfect whatever
nope,
thing he
nope.
says. Yeah, no.
That is how I practice, and that's how I race. And you know what? Anyone who doesn't like it, they can go eat some dicks.
Eat a dick. Told you 2 weeks ago. What?
I don't know.
Told me what?
About the droop being off.
Oh.
And about like my cars just being bags of dicks. And that's fine, dude. Whatever.
I mean,
I'm like the normal hobbyist.
Press the rear suspension, it fucking squeaks and creaks like two old people fucking in an old bed.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like holy shit! I mean, why do I even try? Like, I mean, seriously, because I don't.
Here you go. Even better. A guy saw me do it. I mounted the body in 30 seconds. Yep, I did.
Yeah, and you had, in order to mount your body, you had to like fucking push it on like you're putting on a snap ring, because I've seen you mount your bodies before. I don't see, like, I can't even like fathom doing stuff like that, because when I do things like that, I fail miserably, and yet you do it and seem how have some mediocre amount of success. I don't.
Dude,
it blows my mind.
Like the reality is, you walk around at this off-road race. I'm walking around the pits. These guys, they got their shit like fucking dismantled. Like dudes have their front ends off. Everyone's got their shocks out. They're fucking building shit and whatever else. And I guess if there's nothing to do between a round, okay, sure, I'll go freshen it up. But the reality is, I could watch some racing. I could talk to you about your car, about what it's doing. I could go to Panda Express. I could go take a shit.
Yeah.
I could go get a coffee.
Yeah.
Like, there's a million things I could do other than wrench on that fucking car. And, especially, reality is, that was the first time, actually second time I've been at that track where there hadn't been fucking some bullshit going on, either rain or pollen. And it was a beautiful day. I got there around like 5:30. I ran a good 4 hours or so.
Right.
And
longest day of the year.
Yeah, and I could have ran longer, but I had to go pick up this fucking guy. His name's Clayton Young. He just flew in, and I had to go pick him up at the airport that was 6 minutes away.
No.
But the reality was, like, I get so much joy from trying things and finding what changes on the car that I'm just building up the knowledge base a little bit. And like those little imperfections on things, yeah, they probably are biting me in the ass sometimes, but like I feel like if I run 4 more packs, and I come up with like 3 new theories, as long as the other stuff that's like fucked up around the car didn't change, those theories are still correct. And this is where people's minds are like,
yeah, I just fucking got a migraine. Like,
yeah.
But if you were in the world of scientific data or whatever, if those fucked up things are fucked up, and then when you go to make it a controlled, and you don't, and if those fucked up things are actually not the control but the variable,
yeah, but the reality is most scientific experiments are themselves imperfect. And because there's many things you can't control. Like I can't control, is there pollen? Is there more dirt on the track? I'm on 4-run tires. I'm on 10-run tires. Like you can, but you're just going to waste a lot of time and money. So, I just have a different way of going about it. So a little more fast and loose than some people like.
Either way, so it'll be interesting when I get back. That I next time I go out there, that I'll have this thing, and we'll see how it does.
I think you'll probably be like, fuck, this thing pushes. That's what I'm guessing. It's either going to be have way too much grip, or just it could fucking traction roll. I think it might traction roll actually.
I doubt that, but I did see though that they did actually get to run out there. It was a beautiful sunny day this weekend.
Oh yeah, it was hot as fuck in like the Pacific Northwest. Now,
Yeah.
the one thing I didn't understand in our club racing, I'm just going to throw this out for the people.
Okay.
In our club racing, we race 3 rounds and a main. And when we do 3 rounds and a main, we score our normal club racing requiring the best 2 of 3 runs.
Okay.
For some reason or another, there was just like this, like, I don't know if it was just like an inside huddle call on, hey, you know what? We never run rocket round, but let's run racket round. So
right there.
Well, dude, even if I'm there, it doesn't really matter. But like, they decided to run rocket round. So if your car was fast in like qual 1 or qual 2, I think it was really just qual 1, you got the TQ. And then it doesn't matter if you beat everyone the fuck down in Q3 or Q4 or whatever else.
Yeah.
You got the TQ.
This is at SeaTac, right?
Yeah, SeaTac.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I would say is, and I've heard this from like people who do race at SeaTac, and I've heard it from people who no longer race at SeaTac. And it's mostly the fact that like the track, it needs some sort of form of barrier. And unfortunately, it looks like, at least A3 of mod was impacted by a car spinning and then taking out the second place car, like on the first lap. And
you mean the barriers between the lanes?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's
yeah,
nothing.
I kind of like that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. How about
now,
when
I don't
someone
know how
explodes
you guys
your shit?
Now, I don't know how you guys determine what the fuck direction you're going or what lane's what, because I've watched your car in like the first lap. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go here. Oh no, he's taking right. Like, it's really kind of enjoyable to watch like your first lap of when you run out there, because it's like, oh, he's gonna go left. Oh shit! Like, what's over here? Like, I don't know, because there's nothing, there's no direction of the track. So it's a little fun in that way. You're like, oh, he's going right. Oh, there's a chicane. It's kind of like gripping and compelling.
They actually have a list of layouts.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll just share this real quick. So, this is a layout, and it has a name.
Flow.
Okay, and now watch. Guess what? There's another layout, and it has another name.
Straight out of Compton. All right.
And then watch. There's another one, and it has a name too.
The Speed Zombie.
Isn't this amazing?
Yeah.
And then, look. There's another one, and it has a name.
Upton. Okay.
And then, this one has a name.
The Crosstown Blues. There is no fucking Crosstown.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and then this one is like the thing that is the closest to doing a Reedy race type layout, but it's nowhere like a Reedy race.
No.
And then there's the Triple Bitch.
Oh.
This is just, I don't know. It's interesting. And then there's Beast Mode.
Oh.
And then finally, the Nut Buster.
The Nut Buster. So what were you running on?
It's a good question. I think because you can also run them in multiple directions, which is the other kind of like thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. I got to zoom out. Hold on. I got to look at all of them. Someone will tell me which one I was running on. I was running on, I think, Mega Flow, but was it Mega Flow? Yeah, I think of Mega Flow. All right, so I was running Mega Flow in the proper direction. And does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense, because you get onto the straightaway, and then the car, like, that's the biggest sweeper in the country, because the track is like 70 feet deep, and depending upon the different things I tried, you can actually feel if a body has high-speed steering or not
Okay.
in that corner. Now, mind you, I don't know if there's any other tracks in the country that has that much high-speed steering. Because like if you got it right and you were brave and you had a good body on that had a good front end, you could almost be full wood through there, and that
Nice.
you could, if you really hit the lap, your lap time would change by a half a second.
Oh, I bet.
And it's all about just like how committed you are to doing that sweeper.
It's like Toledo.
Yeah. And then there were some other times we ran this layout the other way. I actually like it the other way, mostly because the sweeper isn't so dangerous.
Right.
And because the whole outside of the track has like a metal band around it.
Okay.
And you hear your shit when it hits the fucking metal. It's almost like Steel City.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that there's no like lane dividers. I mean, I guess if you want to throw some sections of like fire hose out there, I mean, that would probably make...
I think all we need is fire hose. That's exactly what I think. And, it probably, save someone's run. You don't have like in open practice, you don't have a random F1 car just like jumping around the track and you fucking pile into it.
I like it versus I like it versus having some type of barrier there at the corner that you literally just tap and now you fucking break every shit off.
I'm not arguing about that.
Yeah, I mean,
and I also really like the fact that you can run like many different layouts, unlike some tracks where it's stuck like in a ribbon where you can only go you can go clockwise or counterclockwise, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
I think those have their place too because they're consistent and you know what you need to run. So there's that helps too, right? However, like when you have a track that's theoretically all those layouts, regardless of what when you run Compton, beast mode, whatever, you're gonna run relatively close to the same speed.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised.
But I mean, it's going to be probably within a half second.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like it's you can kind of tell where you're at, but yeah.
Yeah. So Jamie from Connecticut, he feels similarly, and it takes a real man to own up to the fact that I did it. It was me. And people are trying different shit, and apparently with certain sauces you can't do warm-up laps.
Oh, okay.
So that's a thing apparently. I don't know.
You can't warm up sauce. All right.
So anyway, it is what it is.
So all right, well that's me. So I'm done. You're done. What do we have left to talk about?
Euro trash. Let's go.
Oh.
All right. We're at 23 people. I don't know if more people will come on. We probably lost most of the crowd because they wanted to hear the Eurotrash banner.
Yeah.
But they'll come back. I know it. So
to talk about Euros.
So I think have you watched the interviews from these guys?
No, I have not watched the interviews. I've been told about the interviews. And
can we try it? Can we try to let's see if the audio works and you hear it. I think it's worthwhile giving it a go. All right.
All right. I mean, hey, why not?
And I'm gonna steal. I'm stealing content. People made the content. They chopped it up. So thank you, Lefty.
Racing TV?
No, it's not RC Racing TV. I'm thinking Lefty from the No Name RC podcast.
Oh, okay.
And
that was the podcast you went on.
Yeah, that's where I was cheating on you.
Yeah, you scabbed on me. I see how it is. Did you even mention us? Did you even?
Dude, you didn't watch it.
No.
There was so much of you fucking talked about. Come on.
Come on.
You gotta watch it.
Ugh. All right.
See? You gotta watch it. All right. So here we go. You always want to hear from the winner. So let's see if we can hear from the winner. And this is
So Bruno, well, congratulations.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was it's been a tough weekend, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a tough weekend. In the beginning of the weekend, we know about the issue of the tires. So
what issue of the tires?
At the beginning of the week, we knew.
At the beginning of the weekend.
We kind of
Yep.
work a lot on the setup for that. So it was not about lucky, and now I can speak because this is the last final. So before I could not, because it can happen something wrong, and then I look like ridiculous. But we change a lot the setup for these conditions and for the tire not exploding.
What do you mean? You knew about the tires were exploding?
Things like putting less time the additive, removing the turbo and the boost on the motor to not have high speeds, removing steering lock to have like less overheat on the tires, and all these kind of things provide us not exploding the tires on the straight. So and now the result it's done. So
if I was like one of the competitors listening to this, I might have fucking beat him senseless.
Well, it's not
during
him.
this.
He has nothing to do with it.
What do you mean it's not him?
Okay. Bro, it's not him. He just he's the guy that shows up and just drives car.
Bitch, please. Come on. He is complicit in that fucking scam that they pulled off at that race.
Look, they just sentenced a former Nazi prison guard that was 101 years old today to fucking 5 years in jail.
That's what should happen here.
I get that he's complicit in that way. Not to say that Bruno's a Nazi, but you know what I mean. Anyway, but I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that, yes, you're right. He is complicit in that fashion. But he, again, at the same point in time, it wasn't his decision to say, hey, we're going to use this tire and we're going to not, tell everyone that it's going to blow up. That comes from above.
I'm happy about that.
So you're saying the problems were there, but the way to
see what I'm saying
is in how you deal with those problems.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always, in all races there is a problem, and the winner is always the guy that is able to find out the problem the earliest. And in all races, like sometimes in some part of the track you lose the rear or something, or you have too much wind and you need to adapt, you need to go.
They had 4 practice batteries before qualifying.
Heavier body or this or that to make it the conditions.
Not to mention the 2 races the month prior.
2 weekends that they were there, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, and probably the whole week up to that.
After the practice, we reduce more the power to.
So I mean, all right, you can pause this shit.
All right, no one wants to hear from this scab anymore. All right, next.
All right, so here, hold on. This is my take from it, right? It's kind of this is what's happened, and I think that if you were in the Euros or part of the EFRA, who decides these things, that when you hold a European event such as the Euros that they had last weekend, and you say for example, let's use F1 as a comparison. If you decide to go to Farino and test at Ferrari's track, or race at Ferrari's track, or have an event at Ferrari's track, and Ferrari's going to provide you the tire, did you go? Are you here? Am I talking to myself?
I just wanted to make sure that everyone saw what you were saying is what you're saying, because bro, I was trying to.
It's my point. You're going to agree with it.
Okay, no, hold on. I wanna see the whites of your fucking eyes while you tell me this story.
So all right. So say F1 goes to Farino, right? And it's Ferrari's home track, and Ferrari's providing the tire.
No, but hold on. Bridgestone provides tires, or Michelin does, or Pirelli does.
Not in this case. Fucking Ferrari's providing the tire, and they're providing the track, and we're all going to go there to race. I think that's a little too much. Hey, you have control over the situation, because I don't think for Red Bull or Mercedes or any of the other teams are like, oh no, we're not fucking going to go do that. So I think there's some onus on EFRA as saying, hey, yeah, Hudy Place is great, and we're going to give them all the control of all the things. I think that it falls on EFRA to some level.
I agree. EFRA.
And your camera's way better than mine. What the fuck?
Dude, your shit's grainy as fuck.
I see that now.
I'll send you the fucking link, kid. You go dial that thing up. It's got a little light cam. Bam.
Whatever.
Nice.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So anyway, now here's a guy that I really, really, really like. And he's been very helpful over the last decade to different endeavors that I've had, etc. And I'm not going to say the guys helped make Awesomatics USA what Awesomatics USA is, but he never fucking tried to undermine a bitch or do anything like that. So let's hear from Alex. Now, Alex is very reserved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so much so that like he can finally deal with Bill Sider fucking with them. Right? But the reality is, I feel like Alex, here's my take. Alex is embarrassed right now in the whole fucking situation. That's my take.
All right.
Alex is right here. Alex, tough final from you. Initially, it looked like you didn't have the pace, but you were helping Bruno. But then, did you have some issues with the car?
Yeah, I had some handling issues with the car from lap 1. It was very loose in the rear, and I was basically struggling to keep the car on the track, so I need to try and source the problem. My tires were intact when I looked at them, so it has to be some mechanical issue with the car possibly, or something with the tire that's not visible. But I need to try and source the problem before A3.
Yeah, you're having some problems. So Bruno is talking about the way that he's modified the car to deal with the tire issues. Have you done similar?
Yeah, we've done so because we knew it might be a problem before the race. So we were preparing for this with different electronic settings, different car setups to be easier.
I'll be
on the
back.
tires, basically. And until now we had no blowouts, or he had one on Friday. So it can help depending on how you set up the car as well to prevent these things.
Thanks very much. Good luck for final 3. Thanks, Alex.
All right. I mean, look, X-Ray and the team knew that they had a problem with the tires going into the race. There's no doubt about that. The one you.
I don't know what that is. Anyway.
Ooh, what's on your fucking search history?
Dude, I don't know.
Woo!
Gotta stop that. Anyway.
We need to keep deep diving down that rabbit hole. But so yes, there was a problem issue with the Hudy tire. Obviously, the team knew about it. They had been running there up the month leading up to the race, like every weekend, track ratting the shit out of it. And so, yeah, they're going to have an answer for tires that explode. And, because they're aware of it. And this is, again, I think the competitor. So there's a couple things. The competitor and all of us would do the same fucking thing. Come on, motherfucker. Don't. If you got an advantage, you have an advantage, you're going to exploit that advantage.
But
I don't give a shit who you are.
But that's the problem that EFRA created.
Yes. Again, and that's what I'm saying. It goes back to EFRA.
I agree.
It's not. Now, look, X-Ray is only complicit in the fact that they knew they had a problem and they didn't tell anyone. Now, if X-Ray would have said, hey, look, these motherfuckers blow up. You might want to change some shit. And just a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
If they said that, hey, peace. They've done their job. They've washed their hands of it. Sorry, we have shit here. We're all gonna race on shit. You need to figure out how not to get it fucked up.
Well, that feels like that would have been the
Mark, how's it going?
the sportsman thing to do. I got to turn this one down. It's very loud. All right, but I think it's worthwhile to listen to him.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say I'm happy when it's over. Can go home, but I tried all I can in A2. I think Heckberg struggled a lot in the beginning. I guess he had also like a tire issue because he spun out in the straight. So I was quicker than him, but I didn't want to make like a trouble. But then he spun out. But then the gap to Bruno was already too big. But I think I could make the pace. But I was just too far away.
Yeah. Bruno was talking there about the tire issues and how he's modified the car to deal with them.
Not the wind this time, no.
Okay, so you had we thought some wind issues. What happened during qualifying?
I just heard I got messages because people asked me like if I hit the wind or whatever. Only thing I can say, like Bruno didn't tell the truth because I don't know how he can judge about it because he was driving, so he cannot say that the wind affected my my flying off the track. You should just.
Dude, he is fucking hot. Not like good looking, like he's angry. All right.
He don't know what happened. I mean, I know he has to protect his brand, his sponsor, but everybody knows there are big tire problems going on. So yeah, my car just went off the track. It just went from left to right onto straight and just flew off. And I mean, I think everybody saw like even the lipo came out of the case. The car was completely fucked up. And I just don't like these kind of lies. And if you don't tell the truth of what's really happening, and Yeah, I think I lost at least P2 in qualifying by like this issue. Otherwise, I could have been closer to Bruno. But the whole race is kind of a joke because even now you see Ronald, he broke his tire in A1. Now he broke again in A2. He just flying off the track is completely destroyed. So I have no idea why we use these tires here. They knew the problem already like some weeks before at the XRS. Tires blowing up. And we still go the risk. They change the schedule yesterday to drive in the cold just to avoid the problems. Now we drive early in the morning just to get colder track conditions, the same shit happening. So to me, this is just, it's a lottery, expensive lottery, not only paying the tires, also just the cars we destroy. Yeah, I'm really upset about this race, to be honest.
I can tell, and you're going to keep...
Now,
So hold on, time
Mike-
out. Why is Hot Race Tires right there in the fucking background?
I don't know. They sponsored something. Don't worry about Hot Race Tires. All right?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
AE sponsoring some shit. And on road? What the fuck?
Dude, this must be some nonsense they just pulled out of nowhere. All right?
I don't
Anyway,
know,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
It's like a fake
All right.
background.
Yeah.
Keep
Okay,
racing,
go
I
ahead.
guess. Final 3 modifications to the car to deal with the issues you're having?
I mean, it's just like hoping that nothing gonna happen, that the car stays on the track. It can happen. You can see it can happen in lap 5. It can happen in lap
He's praying now.
whatever last lap, like Ronald, or the second last lap. So I will for sure take Hagberg. I have a 2 and a 3. He has a 2 and I don't know where he finished now, but I'm going for second at least to be the fastest loser. Let's say like this.
Yeah, well, we're all rooting for you.
Mark was the people's champion. That's what I call him. Not the vice champion. That's fucking dumb. He's the people's champion.
So,
And,
yeah,
we hope you
it's...
get a great result. Thanks a lot, Mark. Cheers.
All right. Okay. Anyway, I think that... Look, X-Ray knew they had an advantage. They knew that they were going to get... They were playing the thing. They were racing. They were being racers. I mean, you can look at it as that, hey, Red Bull shit doesn't porpoise and Mercedes-Benz does. And so they figured it out. They're not going to go fucking tell Mercedes, hey, this is how you fix your porpoising problem. But at the same time, again, I go back to EFRA and saying, hey, you've given too much control to a race team who is hosting the track and providing the tires.
Yep.
I think that falls on EFRA. That is an EFRA problem. The only onus that I think that X-Ray owns on it, and apparently according to Mark Dawson, he's saying that Martin Hudy tried to explain to everybody that, hey, these tires are shit and we're trying to get new tires and yada yada yada. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. That could be the case. That could not be the case.
It might be the case, but I think the big problem here is exactly what you said, EFRA, and you know what? EFRA failed.
You mean Roar's not the only organization that fails consistently? Oh my god!
Bingo,
Oh my
bingo. Yep. Maybe Clayton needs to go to
fix
Europe
EFRA
and
too.
fix that.
Oh, just worldwide presidency.
Yeah, it could happen.
He'd be IFMAR. You just need to take over IFMAR.
Well, the first step, though, and the reason why it's funny is because the guy we were talking about who's on his phone all the time in Roar, he's the IFMAR president. Not EFRA, but IFMAR, which is the...
Oh, he is?
Uh-huh.
How the fuck did they get that guy?
Well, the other guy, his name was Dallas.
He died.
Which is usually... Exactly. And what happens when someone dies?
There's a vote?
Nope. They usually just... When the president dies, who becomes the vice president? And that guy was the vice president.
Does IFMAR have elections?
I assume they
now
must.
We need to have one now.
No, not yet. Not yet. Anyway. And you know what this really is exactly what Will said. It's the fucking Clayton World Tour. Clayton better be doing lots of things. Like he better be servicing people. You know, I'm just kidding. But like Clayton has his mind in the right spot.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean he'll be successful.
No.
But I have a feeling if he isn't successful, he'll be at least pointing the fingers at the people who are not helping him be successful. And then, like we can get a mob together and pitchforks and drive those people out of the fucking country or the organization.
Yeah. I mean, again, yeah, I think that X-Ray could have done a holy fuck.
You're right.
I'm looking out the window. Oh, okay. There's a storm coming. Obviously,
Oh,
I
okay.
have no light now, so there's
Yeah, the light went away.
yeah, it's about to fucking
It's like Seattle in that bitch.
all hell's about to break loose out here. And so I'm looking out the window and I just see this fucking cloud of shit. And I thought it was like, because I live on the golf course, I do very well, that the fucking sand traps were just fucking blown away or something. But no, it was the sprinkler that's running in a thunderstorm. And you can just see the sheets of water going across the window there. And it was just like, ee. But I didn't realize what the fuck it was at first. So sorry, got distracted. But again, to go back to the point, X-Ray should have done something for at least Mod to fix the tire problem. I don't think they went out as they didn't do enough. But at the same point in time, X-Ray's racing too. They want to win. They're going to take any advantage or take advantage of any advantage that they have. So
And
as a
this is
racer,
why-
you can't fault them. But this is why again, EFRA is
They
more
shouldn't let that happen.
right. EFRA should have been like, oh hey, oh no, X-Ray is going to be nice and upfront and fair
Yeah,
and honest.
They need to be like, okay, well, the EFRA guy.
we're all racers. We're all worse than a fucking enemy. We're all going to do each other to screw each other any chance we can get.
Yep.
You know, just
And
the
so
way it
there
is.
should be an EFRA guy
Mhm.
that maybe picks the fucking tire.
Yeah.
You know, like, but that's not really how this stuff works. And generally,
No,
it's
because
just one of those things.
no one wants to do the work.
Yeah.
EFRA, there's somebody at EFRA like, all right, well, we're just going to do it at Hudy's going to supply the tire. All right, my job's done.
Yep.
No, I don't fucking worry about it. It's all on them now. It's all them. And then now this shit blows up and it's like, nah, I think it was probably back on you. Whoever that was, I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't Max. Because isn't he part of EFRA?
Yeah, he is, but anyway.
I think he's just a representative. He's not like a.
Yeah. He's not. He's like. I'm gonna say something, and someone will get mad. He's like the Eric Anderson involvement in Roar. Like, I don't think Eric can make sweeping change, but maybe he can.
Yeah.
But someone has to be there who wants to listen. I think that's the other angle. And so, there's just a link provided by Gary, and this is the link that goes to the statements from Volker. Volker had an interesting posting on.
Yeah, I read that on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
And hey, I can understand his frustration, his disappointment, and I think everything he said was legitimate and justified. I think there was another comment that I did read later further on from Mr. The Turtle guy, Lee, or runs Awesomatics, French guy. What's his name?
Oh, Lucas Urbain.
Lucas Urbain, and that he made the comments about how Hudy and X-Ray as a whole has come from the former Soviet Republic to where they are now as one of the industry leaders in the sport or in RC across multiple platforms, and that I think that they unfortunately have fought their way to be on the top echelon of companies in RC, and now they need to act in a responsible manner because they are. They're no longer the little guy fighting to get out of the bottom. They are the big guy, and that now the tides have changed, and that they need to represent themselves in a different manner. And I thought
100%.
that was a very poignant comment made by Lucas, and I think that that's I think that's the disappointment that comes from in the glaringness that is forced onto X-Ray is that now that they are at top, they need to act in a different manner than just saying, hey, we have an advantage, we're going to take advantage of it. I think, especially when it's at your track on your tire, it just doesn't look good for them, and that they need to think more bigger picture instead of just trying to win the race.
Yeah. And I'd agree with that 100%. So, and I already made a comment on that post, and we we almost had Ronald Volker on this show.
Almost, we did.
Almost.
What happened?
So
He actually watched one and was like, no, I'm not talking to these two fuckheads.
well, he already knows what he's getting himself into.
Okay. He
But
knows us. Ronald
he
Volker
knows-
knows us.
He knows me. I've been to the club with Volker. He's one of
Oh.
EJ's buddies.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Anyway,
with your light stick.
yeah, something like that. We were in
Okay.
San Francisco. Al Sedano was there with tight pants on. We were fucking
Ooh.
doing it.
That's no shock. Sedano in tight pants. That's the fucking.
But that's all right. So here, we got the link to Martin Hudy.
Okay.
I've never seen this video.
Okay.
I don't know what it's going to say. Let's all learn.
All right. You ready to hit pause?
Catch up with Martin. Martin, how you doing? I'm out of breath. It's been a great event. A bit challenging for some
A great event.
drivers. What are your views?
Well, to be honest, personally, I'm of course
I don't know what is about to happen.
really disappointed about the issues with the tires in the
He's got a great poker face.
modified. I mean, like 1 month ago, we had the warm up and we were using these tires, but the temperature was much colder, more than 10 to 15 degrees less, and basically we had no issues. We were
I wonder if that's true.
using the tires for even 2-3 runs, and we had no issues
Hit
at all,
pause.
so we were
Hit
cool.
pause. So you have Quelo who said we were there last month and we found out that we were having problems with the tires, and you have Martin who says we're not having problems with the tires a month ago. Okay, continue.
I'm gonna guess.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess he saw those interviews and was like, "Oh shit." I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Confident that everything is okay and ready for the European Championship. But 2 weeks ago, when we had the XRS Grand Final and it was warmer, we started to have some issues with exploding tires on used tires. So
I'm gonna rewind that.
So he said they started having issues on used tires.
I think he even said new tires, but let's rewind.
All right.
everything is okay and ready for the European Championship. But 2 weeks ago, when we had the
2 weeks ago.
XRS Grand Final, and it was
XRS, hold
warmer,
on. XRS Grand Final, for anyone who doesn't know, is only open to X-ray cars.
It's like a
So
Tamiya race.
Yeah, so like back in the day when Tamiya used to have races at Tamiya track, you can only run over their Tamiya car. Same deal. X-ray event, X-ray cars only. No other brands are allowed on the track. Continue.
we started to have some issues with exploding tires on used.
He said used. Let's back up.
We started to have some issues with exploding tires on used tires.
Yep.
So
He almost said new.
Yeah, he
that's
almost
okay.
said new. And he's like,
It's-
no. It was just the used ones.
Yeah, it sounded like new to me.
Can you turn up the volume anyway,
after
just a
the-
little bit? I don't know if you can or not. On the video.
It's at max.
the
Okay.
event, I was looking for the solution what we can do. So the first what came into my mind was to ask Nicola Marone from Hot Race, because I know in Gubbio with super hot track with 60 degree and we go super fast on the straight, and we
Ask somebody else for help.
never had any issues. So I contacted him if he can supply the tires, but he didn't have enough quantity.
Okay.
And of course, 2 weeks before the event, it's very difficult to find somewhere 700 sets for
You don't need 700 sets.
Nope.
the event. And even who can guarantee me that we will have not the same issues? So I was immediately in the contact with EFRA and I informed them about this issue.
I don't think
wanna
any of
see
the
fucking
racers.
emails. We need to see the emails. We need to deep dive this shit as far as, we need to produce documentation that the events of fucking June 26th fucking were not premeditated or planned. Oh, wait, hold on. That was January 6th. Never mind.
Anyway,
And I suggest that the best would be if because we didn't have any issues with new tires. So I said maybe it's better. Because originally it was 3 sets of the tires for the 5 qualifiers and 3 for the final, and we said we will provide 2 extra sets for free for the qualifiers, so everyone will be on the new tires.
I didn't hear anyone saying they got free tires.
I didn't hear anything like that either. I did
No.
hear one person post that modified racers paid €21 and stock racers paid €29. Same tire.
So they just got the difference. They got 2 free sets of tires in the price.
Maybe.
The traction was higher, the temperature was even higher than it was 2 weeks ago, and we started to have the same problem also. So with the new tires, we informed about this immediately on the first day.
Informed about it on the first day, where you have 4 rounds of practice.
It sounds to me that Mark and Bruno and Mark and company, and they were aware of this on the first day.
Maybe like how Doug didn't know he got demoted from winning.
It's a big risk with this, and we told all team managers that we suggest modified drivers to go only with new tires, and also to slow down the boost and turbos to make sure that they don't go super fast on the straight to eliminate the risk. I mean.
Okay. See, pulse. Hold on. So again, you have his driver saying, "Well, now the race is over and I fucking won. This is what we had to do in order to make our shit right. We didn't tell anybody." And now he's saying, "Oh no, we told everyone at the beginning that we did this and this and this." So this is where you need to say, "Hey, Volker, Reinhardt, team manager Max Mockler. I don't know who the fucking team manager is. There a team manager from Mugen? There's only 4 guys.
There has to be.
Christopher Crap. Were you told? The Yokomo guys. Were you guys told? Do you guys know? I mean, this is where we need them to say, no, they didn't say shit. Which I'm thinking is pretty much what happened.
Or, you know what, dude? I know what racers are like. They don't fucking listen. Let's be truthful. I don't know.
Could happen too.
Yeah,
you're right. That could happen too.
Let's hear the rest of what he has to say.
Well, this was all what we could do because we had no other solution. So it is like it is, And also, of course.
He just used one of my lines. It is like it is, or it is what it is. That's what I say. Anyway.
There will be a lot of complaints, and I understand. I agree. I mean, we try to choose the best tire on the market. So.
You fucking douche! Oh my god!
That's the biggest fucking humble brag ever.
Hold on.
Of course, there will be a lot of complaints, and I understand. I agree. I mean, we try to choose the best tire on the market.
Dude. Hold on. That is a fucking lie. Anyone who doesn't think that's a lie should go fuck themselves. That is fucking out of control. Let's go back to the video.
So we choose the luxury Japanese brand, very expensive. So we said we want only the best, and unfortunately we still had the issues. So this very.
A luxury Japanese brand. I never heard a Japanese brand call themselves luxury. That's only what those guys do. Name names. It would sound a lot better. Mangler, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You're just you don't even know what to say. All right, I get it.
You've lost all credibility when we decided to choose the best tire available. No, motherfucker, you did it.
Negatively influenced the event in the modified class, but it is like it is. I mean,
dude, this guy says all the shit I say. It must be because I'm half Czech Republic or I'm half Slovakian or whatever. Bro, apparently I'm as full of shit as this guy.
Well, we know that. I mean, that's a fucking.
The drivers who understood the issue, they slow down on the straight. They decrease the turbos and boosts, but we still had some problems. So it is like it is.
Yeah, you could see the passion. And
So hey,
distress
so
from
hold on, hit
Brunel, I
pause.
guess.
So when you, I think, and I'm not an expert, but when you keep repeating the same thing
You're lying.
and over and over and over, you're lying.
Yes. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Quit. I mean, seriously, I think that's kind of like the rule of how all this shit works. God damn.
Yeah. We gotta get you a ring light, son.
Something, kid. Damn.
Yeah. I'll post the link in our page. But anyway,
I need to hit up some fucking
Best Buy, kid. Best Buy.
I need to see what these OnlyFans chicks are doing. Fucking
No, we don't need to see any of that, bro. We don't need to see any of that.
These fucking, what they. Hey, Bruno, what are the OnlyFans girls you follow use? That's,
Wow.
he'll know.
All right.
He'll know.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's listen to the rest of it. Let's see what else we get.
Did you see their comments? Any response to that? I think they just feel, obviously they're super passionate about their race and they want the best chance they can get to compete.
Of course, it's normal, and this is why I'm super frustrated because to see people flying on the straight destroying the cars is something, and it's because of the tire.
I mean, I just wish they were X-ray customers so they would buy more parts.
I think
Carbon impregnated arms are really, good moneymaker.
Especially when you have to buy the left front and then the right front. Anyway.
Yeah.
the speedo setting and was a little better. Maybe it was it helped. Maybe I don't know. It's
All right, he's back to the speedos
difficult
again.
to say. I mean, I heard also some rumors that we had some selected tires because.
Rumors about selective tires. Now,
no one ever.
I like this because this plays into a whole other set of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also got word that there was a similar problem going on in the Formula 1 paddock.
Oh.
And I got a message.
At the EFRA Euros?
At the EFRA Euros. I got a message where people caught wind of what was going on, where the rules said you were supposed to run a ride GR tire, which also had a Hudy part number. It's the same thing that Paul would sell under Gravity.
Okay.
You can't get that tire anymore.
Oh.
So instead, they used a different tire. And so people were going back and forth with EFRA. I have emails that went in and out of EFRA.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to share the mails. All right.
You're not going to deep throat. You're not going to revolve your source.
I'm not deep throat. Listen there, buddy. Anyway, I have so many bad things I could say next. So we're going to skip past that. What I did hear, though, was the sort of terrible, stickering of tires that they had, that there were drivers who had these magical sets of the good tires that Jamie Gonzalez is talking about on RC Tech and would, basically rub someone off to get because they're that good. That they had these magical sets that then they peeled their little stickers off and went to the local mall and bought some pink paint and painted on top of the sticker so it looked like it went through Tech. So one thing I will say, Roar at least has their hologram sticker game on point. You cannot peel the hologram off.
They say 06 on them, but yes,
it doesn't matter what year it says, because when you pull it off, it looks fucked up.
Yep.
All right? And that wasn't going on at this event. So they have, a few problems. But let's get back to the rest of Martin.
Who provided the stickers for the event?
They just, I don't know. Fuck it. I would assume EFRA.
Okay. I'm just saying, are they Hudy stickers?
Just assume. Or they could be Hudy stickers. Who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. Doesn't matter. I'm just, stirring the pot.
Okay.
Bruno didn't have this problem with Alex, but I mean, Bruno.
Whoa. Hold on.
flying on the straight, destroying the cars is something, and it's because of the tire. I mean, I think later on Mark maybe decreased the speed of setting and was a little better. I don't. Maybe it was.
We need Ronald here.
It helped. Maybe I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, I heard also some rumors that we had some selected tires because Bruno didn't have this problem with Alex, but I mean Bruno was leaving the throttle on the straight just to not the risk and also decrease the turbo and boost. So, but there were not selected tires because we wanted to make sure that there will be no any comments or complaints about this. So we bring the full box of all tires, and the EFRA referees were picking up from the box randomly, and they were marking it. So they were not pre-marked tires; they were selecting it, and we had nothing to do with that. It was the EFRA.
We just supplied the weapons. We didn't mark them.
Present.
Yeah.
It was nothing from us who was there. It was the EFRA who was picking up the tires and marking. And if the drivers see some issue with the tires, they could come to change. But the problem was it was inside gluing. So.
Do you think somebody would show up with this blown out tire and ask for a new one? I would.
Yeah.
I would.
You can't see the tire looks perfectly balanced, but on a high temperature in the high speed, just get break and explode.
Now, Mengler, not many people have glued tires. I'm gonna say for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And when I envision people gluing tires, I want to envision a scene that looks like New Jack City, where you got some chicks in thongs with their titties hanging out.
I sat there naked with my titties hanging out. I mean, that's what you wanted to know. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So, in your mind of minds, if you glued the insert to the wheel, would you think that this could cause a blowout like that?
Gluing the insert to the wheel?
Yeah.
Nah, not from what I could see. So it looked like there was a failure of where the netting overlapped in the rubber, and that the vulcanization between the netting and the rubber did not.
Vulcanization, is that like some Spock shit where you can put your hands like that?
No,
and I can't do that?
Basically, when you vulcanize something, is basically you're putting something into rubber. That's what the process is. So it's like when they vulcanize real streetcar tires, they're putting metal mesh into rubber. They're forming it into rubber, vulcanizing it into rubber. Anyway, so when they vulcanize the netting into the rubber, it looks like the netting wasn't the glue that held the netting wasn't strong, or didn't or got too hot, or wasn't bonding together. So the separation was happening at that netting, and then centrifugal force. So people don't realize this, but there's an overlap in every rubber tire, right, of the netting, right? If you feel the tire, you'll feel this really hard spot in it, and that's where the netting has overlapped itself. So when that netting overlaps itself, it creates a very hard spot. So that hard spot, when it goes around a track, it actually is going to create heat, because it's a hard spot that's on the tire that doesn't, it's not the normal consistency. So because you have that hard spot, that's going to create heat in that area. So I don't know how the process of bonding the netting together works. I never got that far, but whatever that is failed. So now the netting separates, and then centrifugal force takes over, and it just rips the netting right out of the tire. And then with the netting comes the insert as well. You don't ever want to glue inserts to the inside of tires. I did that once, and Mike G still doesn't let me forget about it. So fuck him. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the belt separation at the seam is essentially what the cause of all this was. And yeah, because that hits the overlap hits the track and just creates heat. And let's just say, for example, it's held together with super glue. Don't know if it is or not, but like at 130 degrees, 140 degrees, super glue goes. Like, it doesn't hold anything.
It ain't so super anymore.
Yeah, it's not super anymore. When you get that kind of heat to it, it just
heat is its kryptonite.
Yeah, it says "fuck you, I'm out of here," and so you know, that could have happened. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough of how. to
Yeah,
actually,
but think about it. Like, look, Dawson has a nice thing he says here, and Volker also alluded to this. It says when you ran the full length track, maybe you don't run the full length track. Maybe you slow the fucking car down in the middle of the straightaway. That would fix it, right?
oh yeah. I mean, again though, X-Ray had the thing where they're like, "Hey, we know how to fix the problem for ourselves."
Yeah, so I don't know. It like let's see how much more of a hole he digs. Like it's fun. It's actually a lot of fun.
I'm glad we got this.
Yeah, thanks, Dawson.
Hold on,
Onwards
you're
and
right
upwards,
though.
we still have
We really let's go back up for a second. So if it's not just if why didn't Volker come on? Too late.
Dude, he's bent out of shape over this, man. You know, and like Volker is a very cool character. Like I've been fucking with Volker for years now. Like because
Okay.
him and Freddie were good friends. They would
Yeah.
practice together.
Yeah.
And so ever since Awesomatics USA started, I've been really fucking with him.
Okay.
And you know, we would talk about like, you know, the Shizer porn they'd be watching, and
Yeah.
you know, whatever. You were at that IIC. We were just
Yeah.
fucking around with people,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it takes a little while to start dealing with, you know, all of this. All right. And
Yeah, you're an acquired taste.
yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But so, dude, it creates either people that love it or people that hate it. But you know what? You're both fans. Anyway,
it's like the Howard Stern effect.
yeah. I'm RC's Howard Stern.
Yeah. You know, they had that whole thing that's like, you know, people who hate him, they listen for an hour. Why do you hate him? I want to hear what he says next.
Yeah,
like people who
exactly.
love him, people who loved him only listen for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And like, why did you listen to him? Because I want to hear what he says next.
Yeah. You know, I don't think it's that bad. But anyway, the big point though is like he's relatively reserved. He's not me.
Oh no.
He is the 180-degree opposite of me.
Right.
And like maybe what we do, can we end the show once we listen to the rest of this horse shit? Can we end the show watching Ronald's video?
Sure.
You know, but this new one I hadn't seen before, so this is great. I want to catch the rest of it. So this is brand new for me. I've never seen this.
Neither have I.
An exciting season ahead of us. What are you looking forward to? We've got many more European Championships to come. What's next for X-Ray? What's next for you?
Well, for me personally, because I am on the on-road side, we are looking forward to World Championship in Gubbio in September. So we are really excited about this and working hard on this because it is it's the most important race in the world. And especially after the COVID break when we had no World Championship for maybe 4 years, I think. So it's finally coming back, and we are already looking forward to this. So we are excited about it.
Excellent. Thank you very much for everything this weekend, and we'll let you get onto the prize ceremony. Thanks, Martin. Back to you, James. I guess.
How does this guy not like the British use funny words for this? The presenter. Okay. How does he not provide his own color commentary? Like he's very good at just like receiving, realistically. Yeah. Ask a few like, you know, not so sharp questions and then just take it back. I don't know. I couldn't do that. I'd be telling people to just, you know, be like, that's fucking horse shit. That's what I'd be telling the guy. Anyway. But that's why I don't do that. That's fine. It's not my job.
Yeah.
You know, and we need to figure out how to get a poll together though, realistically. And maybe that'll be the thing we figure out is like, we'll create a poll that said, hey, why don't you vote? And it'll say, did the Huddies fuck everybody? And then conversely, there'll be another option you can pick, and it will say, did EFRA fuck everybody? Because it's one of the two.
No, and then you have option 3. They're both complicit.
Oh. All right. Well, that could be. I like that. We'll have to figure out how to make a poll. Some
You can
smart
make a
guy
poll
will
on the
tell us.
on the Facebooks, can't you?
Maybe someone will tell us. It's fine. We don't have to be the wizards at this. We got the fans will tell us. All right. Anyway, the last one is Ronald's audio, and I think this one's pretty good. So hold on, I got to get it big.
All right, I'm listening. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. All right, we're gonna hit share.
Various reasons we haven't seen you at a race. How have you been?
Obviously, I wasn't fast enough to make a TQ run. I had lost it by 0.04.
He seems really bent out of shape. How he missed TQ by like 0.00 something. But anyway, it's funny.
Yeah, less than 2/10.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically I was good until I come here to this event.
I was good until I came to this event.
Okay, so what issues are you having?
I have a lot of issues here, but the main issue for me is the tire. I mean, it's hard not to say. It's hard to stay calm. I mean, I had a tire blow in control practice, and my car didn't get destroyed.
It's hard to stay calm. Like, this might be as emotional as he gets. Like, I don't think he's in the room like stabbing hookers, like Mangler. What's the maddest you've ever been at an RC race?
Oh, I don't know. I've been pretty mad, I think. I usually don't get too mad. I mean, I really don't. I might tell someone to go fuck off, but I mean, that's not like a thing.
So yeah, I don't really get too mad or worked up.
Okay, so maybe you're more like Ronald.
And look, and honestly, there might be somebody out there that I've motherfucked up and down that I don't remember doing. So, not to say that it probably hasn't happened. And I know that I have motherfucked somebody pretty good one time, but I don't remember exactly who, why, and where, and when, whatever.
I can tell you the maddest I've ever been.
Oh, we're still looking for that video.
Exactly. It was caused by Jeff Cuffs, and then the second maddest I think I've ever been was probably multiple times with Deotta Collymore, because he just does crazy shit on the track. That's just dangerous, and they've mostly always happened at 360. And it's just like I don't need to wad up my $1,000 touring car because you're doing something dumb.
Right.
But my most favorite, and this is where I think my admiration for this guy came from, was Bill Sider. And there was this guy who was on the top team, and I don't really remember his name anymore. He would like sleep all. No. Oh. He would sleep all the time, and he never really tried. He had one time he had one of his friends run his qualifier at Snowbirds. And this was at Snowbirds. It was like a B main. I was in it, of course. So anyway, and then the kid must have taken out Sider. And so at the end of the race, Sider gets in his fucking face and screaming at him. It was fucking amazing. I loved every second of it. And the kid had no emotion. He must have been drugged up on whatever he's drugged up on, and probably almost fell asleep while Sider was yelling at him. But to me, it was really funny. I enjoyed that a lot. So,
okay.
All right. Anyway, back to Ronald.
But everybody was aware of it before the event. Everybody is aware of it now. And for A2, I know it was going to be hotter.
So he said everyone was aware before. Okay. Does that mean they told everybody? I don't know. Maybe they did. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, if he spoke in German, then I think it would, but he's translating a little bit.
Yeah.
So I reduce my power, I make it smoother. I lift it the first minute on the straight and make everything smoother because I needed 2 good runs. I'm not here to blame somebody, but there are no
I feel like this is where the blaming comes.
Yeah.
other chance that I have to. I mean, I'm here to make a top 3 to win, and I was on the podium since 2007 at the Euros.
I think he's there to win, but yeah,
Well, yeah. Yeah.
the whole fact that he
This
hasn't missed
motherfucker don't show up to fucking finish second place in the B main of 40 over Sparksman stock. I mean, yeah.
Every Euro. So this has ended because of a big, massive tire failure, which caused by the company who host this European Championship.
bingo.
Ding, 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 ding.
What is also upsetting me is that they stepped off other events. So I'm in the middle of it, and I kind of compete with them. But I'm very motivated here to challenge them. Everything is against us. We didn't have much practice, and they were well prepared. They know everything here. But it doesn't matter. I came here highly motivated, trying to get my maximum result. And now I have a massive destroyed car. I have tire failures. I try to finish the run. I make everything possible, smooth. And now I'm absolutely pissed off.
I understand, and it's also hot, and we're tired because
When he says pissed off,
He's pissed off.
yeah, but dude, that doesn't sound like FJ pissed off. That sounds
No,
like
no. But yeah, I mean, right there, that's a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker for Ronald Volkler. And yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's still like you and me just every day.
yeah. I get more heated like when I burn some toast than this guy is right now. But it's okay. It's all right. It's fine. Let's let the world champ and multiple ETS champion. Let's let him finish his like little interview.
the race has been so compacted, it's just been non-stop, we haven't had much time to think. I understand, and I think it's really important that your concerns are heard, so thank you, Ronald. Going into final 3?
Definitely not. I will not use A3 again. I mean,
definitely not. Like, he is livid.
I'm done. I'm
out
packing
for
my
any
shit up and going
result.
home. Going to the beach.
Yeah, I like, this is where I'd be dropping the F-bomb. I loved how Mark was dropping F-bombs. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
My car is destroyed, so I need to get my spare car ready. And what is the chance that it explode again? Maybe next final is somebody else. It's getting any hotter. So let's see. I mean, it's 10 minutes after the run. I'm still quite emotional, and
10 minutes later, heated.
And normally things calm down, but I think from my point of view, I was still quite calm.
You were. Thank you very much.
Dude, he could be in a library right now. Like, there's no librarian that's going to yell at him for being too loud.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's important to point out these are the race's opinions. It's great to hear from them.
Whoa.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Yeah. That is some backpedaling bullshit right there. You know why? Because he's like, well, the Huddies paid me to do this.
Well,
and
EFRA paid us to be here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's some bullshit. Hey, it's kind of sucks when the people providing the media coverage are getting paid by the fucking organization. I mean, not good.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully, I talked about this a lot yesterday on that other podcast where you said I was what'd you call me?
Scab.
A scab. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And people told me, FJ, you weren't savage at all.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hopefully, I delivered today.
I doubt it. I mean, look, we're not savage in the fact we're just speakers of the truth, and if that's savage, then call me Shirley, I guess. But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we're not being savage. We're just intellectually expressing the opinions that we have, and that we're probably right. Because we're not wrong that often.
I'm wrong a lot.
Oh, well, sucks to be you.
But I'm usually man enough to admit it.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not
Usually,
Yeah.
you know, every once in a while I'll dig in on something. I'm
Oh.
totally wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem. I'm good enough saying, "Hey, I fucked up."
but you know, like it would have been great if Martin Huddy in that interview was like, "Yeah, we fucked up."
Yeah. Seriously, we fucked up. Tire sucks. Why he needed to get Phil? He needed to get 700 sets of tires. Like, yeah, you don't need 700 sets of tires. How many dudes were running mod? 20.
Maybe.
And say if they all had 5 sets.
Yeah.
That's what, 250?
Maybe. If they're good, you don't need that many.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we were running 160-degree track temps down here, and
Yo, they should have gotten some express tires. Michael
Yeah,
Bruce
kidding.
probably has that many in stock right
oh
now.
yeah, he does. He probably does.
Mhm.
Shout out Michael's Hobbies.
Next time, Martin, call me.
Yeah, really.
You know, I could have hooked you up with Team Powers or Express or even Solaris's probably.
Yeah, and he said they used some Japanese rubber. I don't know of any of the I don't know of any of the companies that make rubber tires that are in Japan.
And you would know.
News flash for everybody.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Newsflash.
There's only about 3 to 4 companies that actually make this shit. Everyone else uses the same thing.
No way. Hold on. Are you saying that Team Powers doesn't have a little factory of guys making their tires for them?
No.
You are saying that, or you're not saying that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying that no, Team Powers buys them from some other well-known manufacturer of tires and just sells them as Team Powers.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to zoom in right now. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Sweep tire, best tire? We didn't get your reaction. I blocked you so you didn't get to see that. But yeah, I understand. Much like half of the batteries in RC come from Sunpadao, half of the tires come from yet another company.
Yeah. I mean, to really think that there's like, so if you went through and you said, hey, I'm going to make a list of all the rubber tire companies or rubber tire or brands, I guess, that are out there, you could probably come up with around, say, 20.
At least. Yeah.
20. And they probably come from about 3 places.
And I'm gonna guess, and you don't
so
have
there's some overlap there.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's maybe Sweep, and maybe Ride, and maybe some other third player that I don't know.
Right.
So I just confirmed it's those 2. Bam. And then there's some other guy.
There's a third player. I mean, because they all pretty much come from the same fucking place.
Or his cousin.
It's just like 8-scale cars, right? Or even like RC cars in general. Like there are so many different 8-scale buggies on the market. You think there's that many different 8-scale people making 8-scale buggies? No, they're all coming from the same fucking place.
I don't know.
Look. Hold on.
I don't know.
Destiny and Roche.
I already know that's the same guy, dude.
I mean, there you go. I mean, there's a classic example.
Yeah. And yeah, I agree.
And that dude probably makes some shit for a lot of other people we don't know about.
What we should really find out, who's making the Mayako buggy? You know?
Probably fucking hoodies.
No, I don't think so. I don't think hoodies are making anyone anything but them. But initially,
dude, there is no way. They've had those fucking tours.
Yeah.
They've shown those tours of the facility. I do not believe they're not OEM some other shit.
They're probably doing plastic somewhere else. I'm gonna guess. I could be wrong. I haven't gone on the tour.
No. But what I'm saying is they're the OEM for other brands.
I don't think so. They started off doing that for Serpent. and they were making parts for Serpent way back when, but I don't think they're making shit for other brands. I don't know. Maybe that could be the second poll.
I don't really think. I mean, that's some nice machinery they got there. That's fucking.
Yo, that's Eastern Bloc funding right there, kid.
I get it. I mean, they are set up by their own country, and that's beautiful.
Mhm.
Still, that's a lot of equipment that they can't be making that many parts.
I think they are, man.
I mean, they're not running them bitches 3 shifts.
Probably not. But, you know, the reality is they're doing something. I don't know. So
anyway, but yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people don't realize this, but yes, there's a lot of overlap. So one person might make cars for, again, like like Infinity and Arc and whomever, and then another company is going to do yada, 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 yada. And, you know, it's
a thing.
There's not too many companies that just make parts for one. Like, oh, this is our own. I mean, Huddies could be the thing that the Huddies are definitely the one example of, hey, we make our own shit, right? You know,
they don't make those ride tires that they sold for F1 cars.
No,
but you know,
yeah,
and they don't make those tires that they made everyone run.
They don't make a
this past
goddamn
weekend.
tire. They do not make. I can put money on it that those dudes don't make one fucking tire. What they do is they make a phone call someplace in Asia and say, "Hey, send me some shit," and they get sent some shit. And what being in the industry for a little bit, when you deal with companies in Asia, you have to deal with what you get. So, if say you order something, say batteries, and you get a bunch of junk batteries, they're like, "Oh well, you got junk batteries."
Not all companies do that. Other companies have sent boxes of batteries that are bad and then replace them.
Okay. However, yes, there's always exceptions to every rule.
Mhm.
But most likely, you get what they send you and you deal with it. And you're pretty much forced as a manufacturer, you're pretty much forced to use what they have, because you cannot afford not to use it because you've already sunk so much money into it. So you have to usually resell it or figure out a use for it in some other area, or you're never going to make it. You're going to just go out of business because you're not going to get screwed, but you're basically just told to deal with it, and
You're
you
getting
have to deal
screwed.
with it. Yeah. So it happens a lot, and so like when you see it, when you get out there and you get on some tires that are blowing up or whatever, essentially whatever company made those is just send them to them and said, "Hey, sorry, this is just a bad batch. You just have to go through it." And that's what the Huddies are doing. They got sent whatever they were, and they were bad, and they're like, "Oh well, fuck it, you're."
Yeah, but I think it comes down to too much control in the hands of someone who has too much of a vested interest.
Mm-hmm. Oh
and
yeah.
Hopefully this never happens again. But I bet it will. But hopefully it never happens again.
Yeah. Hopefully EFRA learned the lessons that we're not gonna shit where we sleep, or whatever.
Yeah, shit where we eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I'm waiting for the hate mail, and it's bound to happen. But I think we should do the poll, and it could be very popular. We'll see.
Well, I'll probably get hate mail now too, anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I said a particular name.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
It never works. It's like seeing Beetlejuice. You fucking say that shit once, and it's just.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
my name on your mouth.
We know the third tire manufacturer out there in Asia Town is Jayco. All right, we all know that. They're part of the big three. It's Jayco, Ride, and Sweep. That's it.
Yep.
100%. No lies.
No lies.
Mangler told me, so it's truth.
I didn't tell you shit.
Anyway, but yeah, hey, this has been a lot of fun. I feel bad for all the Europeans. But congratulations to all the drivers who won the Euros. At least half of you can probably look yourself in the face the next morning and not just like think you're a cheater.
Well, did you see the post that they had? They said 6-time EFRA champion. Because they're gonna pub the fuck out of this, right? And they have like the team guys who all have the same pose. Right?
Yep.
And then they had like the junior guy, and then like the other guy who they really don't sponsor, but just run their car.
Yeah.
Just like Photoshop them in.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It happens. I really love when they do the pictures and like one guy's arm is like the biggest fucking thing you've ever seen, and whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. If you look at their press releases alone and how like well done they are and well streamlined, and how everyone has the same pose. I mean, everyone crosses their arms in the same direction. They're all lined up. I mean, that is an intentional thing. If people think it's not, you're foolish. It's fucking intentional. And they have that much liberation to put out a fucking flyer and to say that they couldn't come up with fucking 200 sets of tires to fucking fix this problem. You dick. There's no way. There's no way.
All right.
I mean, come on. You cannot tell me that, hey, we can do all this, but we can't figure out if it's a tire problem.
Everyone agreed. The audience clapped at you, man. It's hot.
All right. So, what's going on this weekend for you?
Nothing. Small things. Yeah, small things.
Small things, huh?
Yeah. We're, I'm throwing a little
there's
party.
A shindig in Kingston, New York.
Yeah, I'm throwing a little party this weekend.
Yay.
We're not celebrating a bunch of wins or anything like that. We're not doing that. There will be some like active RC racers there. There's going to be some washed up RC racers there, and me and Mangler.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be other people like people from other countries and
other countries.
Other countries, dude. This is an international affair.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like. I'm sorry you decided to bring someone. You could have gotten some real strange.
No. I'm good.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Anyway, but the reality is, this is a big moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm getting married, and it's not to a man. All right. So anyone who thought that.
Well, we had our questions for years.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It should be fun.
I hope so. And the reality is, I'm gonna have fun. I don't know if everyone else will, and if they don't, fuck them.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way I think about it.
That's the way it should be. I mean, the party is for you.
Yeah,
and
there's gonna be a lot of parties.
The day is for her. The party's for you.
I think yeah. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I've learned a few things. Number one, it's not about me.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly.
but you can't also just like ignore and give up. Like you got to keep on like fighting. And
no,
you do.
You piss off the mother-in-law that way.
No, the mother-in-law loves me. So, yeah.
Well,
it's all right. So anyway, but yeah, it should be good. And I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I think we're going to have to put this little Thursday thing on a few hiatuses for a few weeks.
You mean Tuesday? That's okay.
I'm sorry, Tuesday thing on some hiatuses for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're on vacation.
Yeah. And, but, we'll come back. We'll be hitting it hard. And who knows? You might actually be to the track by then.
Could be. I don't know. Not much going on. It's a little hot this time of year, so there's not a lot of racing.
Yeah, so we'll see. But all in all, excited about the adventure that's about to happen. And
I was told Oprah was going to be there.
No,
true?
No, it's going to be White Oprah. White Oprah's there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we all getting cars?
I'll introduce you to her as White Oprah, and then you can ask that question.
Okay.
She'll give me a look, and it's one of my new sister-in-laws. Yep. And so Sheffield said it best. Wait, after all those years of spooning with Bill Sider, you decided on somebody else. Yep. That happened.
Yeah, that's why we haven't seen Bill around much lately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all broken up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
His pants are fitting 2 sizes too big now.
Oh, wow. Anyway, so yeah, that's happening, and yeah, so all of this, like where I don't look homeless,
Yeah,
you know, that's for
for a
that.
reason. We see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got trimmed up too a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah,
I
dude,
might be in a picture or something.
I actually wish you had the mutton chops back down to here, like when I first
Nah,
met
I
you.
can't do that, man.
That shit was hot, bro.
No, I didn't have that when you first met me either. So that's.
I think
Nope.
I think it was.
I know when I had it.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
When did you have the mutton chops that were that big?
So mutton chops were 2014.
Oh, okay.
So they were pretty much kind of winter-ish to fall 2014. I shaved them in November of 14. And
Did
went
you
back
mark
to
this
just
on your calendar?
went back to regular sideburns. Well, no, because it all coincided with my move to Florida. So when I was in 2014, when I was still in Ohio, I had the big mutton chops through that winter and then kind of in the summer. And then when I moved to Florida, I had to get like a real job, and so I needed to look kind of presentable. So that's when the mutton chops went off. So yeah, November of 14 is when they died, and so I haven't had them returned. I had them a little bit and this and there, but nothing, not to that level.
Can we have a moment of silence for mutton chops?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
No, my sideburns though, they were born in it was around March or April of 96.
Okay.
So
did you not have sideburns before then? You just had your like hairline up here? What happened?
Yeah, it was just, comes right off the ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had it high and tight.
Yeah, high and tight, kid. Yeah. And then when I ended up going to prep school, that's when I got the sideburns. I went all northeast fucking Maine and went hipster and got some sideburns.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And I've had them ever since.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this.
I don't like hair around the face. Like,
dude, hair around the face is annoying.
Yeah, I don't know how you put up with that thing that you had growing. I couldn't handle it.
It was a little rough, but I was going for it. It was a thing, bro. It was a thing. I was doing it.
Okay.
So, and I was thinking, like, if I ever balded, I could have just combed that sumbitch over. It was getting long, dude.
Yeah, it was.
So,
I mean, there was fucking critters in there.
Yeah, dude. It was really hard to drink or eat or pretty much do anything. But yeah.
Well, today is National Paul Bunyan Day. So in honor of Paul Bunyan, you were trying to look like him. Did you know that?
All right, it's about the time, everybody. He ends it with this bullshit. He starts it with this bullshit. Surprise anyone's still on.
They love the fact, dude. I'm back-to-back trivia. My team back-to-back trivia champs. 3 out of 4 weeks we've won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
anyone the three-peat?
Does anyone in the team look like they get laid?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this.
Well, half of them are gay, so yeah, they get laid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
one thing. Yeah.
If there's one thing.
Oh, gay dudes fuck. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, nothing wrong with it. All power to them.
Yeah.
They get more ass than I do. I mean,
yeah. I got no
love is love, kid. Love is love, kid.
I got no comebacks from this. So Mangler, I will see you in a few days, my friend. It should be
Yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes.
And for everyone on RC Internet Land, hope you've enjoyed this. And if for some reason or another we get a heated Ronald Volker, we might find a way to make this happen.
I mean, I think by the time you get back from your honeymoon, he'll be pretty much done. And be like, oh, fuck it. You're like, I
Who
don't care anymore.
knows? We actually could sneak in one more episode. Maybe.
If you can
We'll see.
fucking line it up, I'll do it. But you gotta, this is
If
on
we
you.
can get Volker, then we'll do it.
Okay.
So,
It's
Ronald.
late there. It's late there.
Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, it's about that time.
Yep.
Thanks everybody in Internet Land. See you soon.
Later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.